Dear student, I am Mrs. Pratima. So today I am going to teach you your mathematics subject. So in mathematics, the topic which I am going to teach you is lines and angles. So it is a geometry part. So it is like you have studied main concept about lines and angles. That is the basic concept of lines and angles in your lower classes. So now we will study the uh, little extra thing about lines and angles. So you all know what is line, what is angles. So how the angles are formed. So angles are formed between the two rays. If two rays are joined, attaining endpoints, if they have a common endpoint, if two rays are having the common endpoints, then those common angles. Yes, so that is an angle. So lines means it is a collection of all the points along a straight path that gives you a line. So you all know about lines and the angles. So let us study some of the other basic concepts about lines and angles. So what happens if there are two lines, two angles? What happens if two lines meet each other or two angles intersect each other? So what happens? All these concepts we will study in this chapter, lines and angles. So in today's session we are going to learn these many concepts. That is, what is complementary angle? What is a supplementary angle? What is the adjacent angles? Linear pair of angles, vertically opposite angles, and angles at a point. Some of the concepts we have already learned, but let us recall them. So let us start with the first concept, that is a complementary angle. So what is this complementary angle? Complement. Okay. So the complementary angle is such that, for example, if I take one angle, 25. Okay. So next angle which I am going to take is 75. So not 75, I will take angle 65. One more angle, 25 degree and 65 degree. Two angles I am going to take on. Now let us add these two angles. So we will see what is the sum we are going to get. 25 plus degree plus 65 degree. So you are going to get 90 degree. So when you take two angles, randomly you are taking two angles. And what happens when you take randomly two angles, their sum add up to 90 degree. Their sum add up to 90 degree. So such angles are called as complementary angles. Such angles are called as complementary angles. So in case if I say 18 degree, what is the complementary angle for 18 degree? So the 18 degree complementary angle is angle. How do you find the complementary angle of 18 degree? So you have to do 90 minus 18 degree. 90 degree minus 18 degree, you will get the complementary. Because complementary angle means two angles, sum should be equal to 180 degree. So one angle is 18 degree, other angle is 90 minus 18 degree. So this will be 72 degree. Yes. So complementary angle of 18 degree is equal to 72 degree. So this is how we find the complementary angle. So what is the complementary angle of 45 degree? So for the complementary angle of complementary angle of 45 degree. How do you find out? We know that complementary angle means sum of the two angles. Randomly if you take two angles and if their sum happens to be 90 degree, then those two angles are complementary angles. So now this complementary angle of 45 degree. So one of the angles is 45 degree. So you have to pick one more complementary angle of for this 45 degree. So which angle you will pick? So 90 minus 45, that is 45 degree itself. So the complementary angle of 45 degree is 45 degree itself. So only for in this case the complementary angles are equal to each other, that is 45 degree. In all the other cases, complementary angle will be different. What will be the complementary angle of 1 degree? So complementary angle of 1 degree. Complementary angle of 1 degree Celsius. Sorry, not Celsius. 1 degree is, so it is again 90 minus 1 degree. So this will be 89 degree. And so that is, we subtract from the 90 degree if you have to find the complementary angle of the other of the given angle. So you subtract. So what is the condition for complementary? If they give you two angles and if they ask you to identify whether these two angles are complementary, their sum should add up to 90 degree. If their sum doesn't add up to 90 degree, then it is not a complementary angle. So next one is the supplementary angle. So what is the supplementary angle now? We know what is complementary, we have learned about it. What is supplementary angle now? So we'll see what is supplementary angle. So what is supplementary angle? So what is this supplementary angle? So supplementary angles means, again, it is like adding, randomly you take up two angles, angle measure, two angle measure you will take up and you add that, those two angle measures. So what is the sum you are supposed to get in this case? The complementary angle, it is 90 degrees, supplementary angle, it should be 180 degrees. So randomly you are going to take two angles and their sum happens to be 180 degrees. Then there those two angles are supplementary angles. For example, if I take 72 degree and the other angle is 168 degree, sorry, not 168, 108 degree. So what is the sum of these two angles? 72 plus 108, 8 to 10, so 180 degree. So now these two angles are supplementary angles. So now so I can say that supplementary angle, which should be added up to 180 degree. Therefore, supplementary angle of 72 degree is 108 degree. Or supplementary angle of 108 degree is 72 degree. So anyway, you can pick. So supplementary angle means when you add two angles, their sum should be add up to 180 degree. So if they give you two angles and if they ask you identify whether it's a supplementary angle, what you have to do? You have to add those two angles, given two angles. And if their sum add up to 180 degree, then that angle is called the supplementary angle. So here 72 and 180 degrees, sorry, 108 degrees, 180 degree. So this is a supplementary angle. One more example. If I take 2 degree, supplementary angle of 2 degree. Supplementary angle of 2 degree. What will be the supplementary angle of 2 degree? How do you find? Same way, 180 degree minus 2 degrees. So this will be 178 degree. 178 degree is the supplementary angle of 2 degree. Here, so it means here if the sum add up to 180 degree, then the two angles are said to be supplementary angle. If the sum of the two angles add up to 90 degree, you find, say, those two angles are complementary angles. And another way they might ask you, find the supplementary angle of so what you have to do on an x degree. So what you have to do, supplementary angle of x degree is 180 minus x. What's the complementary angle of 1x degree? So it is 90 minus x. Clear? Yes. Next we will move on to the next concept, that is adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. So what is this adjacent angles? Okay, you all know the normal meaning of adjacent. Adjacent. So what is this? If I say, okay, this board and myself here. So this word is adjacent to me. Means what? Next to me, immediately next to me. So this is adjacent. So otherwise, if I write two letters, A, B. A is adjacent to B or B is adjacent to A. So that means what? Next to, immediate next. The person who is sitting next to, immediate next. That is the adjacent person. So similarly, we have an adjacent angle. So what is that adjacent angle? So let us see what is that adjacent angle. So I will take a point here. We have drawn an angle, two angles. So O, A, and here it's B, and here I'll draw. C, O, A, B, C are the points. Now, these two angles are said to be adjacent angles. That is, angle BOE and angle AOC, these are adjacent angles. So what does it mean? Adjacent angle means? Adjacent angles means two angles will be having the common arms or common ray. One angle will be common. So we are having one common arm. So that is the adjacent angle. So two angles if are having the common arms, then those two angles are adjacent angles. So two angles, now look at this. These two are the angles which have the common arm OA. Yes, OA is a ray which is common to both this angle, EOA and AOC. So we can say that these two angles are adjacent to each other, immediately next to each other. So this is just about adjacent angles. What is adjacent? Now we don't know what should be the value. I mean, angles, how much degree should be there? No, nothing. It can be anything. But if they are next to each other, then if they are two angles are having common arms, then they are adjacent angles. So now in this session we have learned the concept, that is complementary angle, supplementary angle and the adjacent angle. Complementary angle is 90 degree. Supplementary angle means sum of the two angles should be 180 degree. Adjacent angle means two angles having the common arms. So the remaining three concepts we will study in the next sessions. Thank you.